There's 9,700 of them left. See, I want people around me that will not just fight with me, but will fight for me. I want people around me that will say, if you don't deal with it, then I will. Come on, see, you need people that are, amen, that are in your inner circle, that are connected to you, that see other people doing you wrong, talking about you, and say, and if you don't deal with it, I'll deal with them for you. You want people in you that will not just fight with you, I'll fight for you. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. That's the type of people I want in my circle. People that are just not going to fight with me, but people saying, Bishop, if you don't deal with them, I'm going to deal with them. If you don't, oh, y'all ain't hearing me in here. You need people like this in your circle. He says, all of them that lap at the water like a dog, set aside all those that lap it up the water like a dog, with his tongue from his hands, and the number of them were 300. See, God's getting ready to raise up some folk that don't look like church folk. They don't do things the regular church way. And some of you who've been in church for a long time, you know, God don't do it like this. God don't use people like that. I beg your pardon. Beg your pardon, because I'm one of those people like that. You one of those people like that. And for you to say that God don't use people, God only use holy people. If God only used holy people, wouldn't nobody be able to be used? If God only used holy people, if God only used righteous people, there wouldn't be no right people for God to use, because ain't none of us righteous but God. The only righteousness we have, he says, is like a filthy rag, but through his righteousness. God's getting ready to start raising up some folk that don't look like church folk, don't sound like church folk, don't act like church folk, don't praise like the normal church folk. Oh, y'all ain't hearing me. That don't worship like the regular church folk. And you looking at them, what is that? So what if it looked like the Roger Rabbit? So what if it looked like the JK? So what if, y'all ain't hearing me, so what? They're giving their praise unto the Lord, taking something that the devil taught them and using it for the Lord. Who said it's not unto the Lord? David danced out his clothes. Now, if that happened in the church, you'd be saying, that ain't of the Lord. But God's raising up folk that got a praise that don't look like the normal praise, that's not connected to the standard praise, that don't look like the praise you used to giving. Y'all ain't hearing me. David danced unto the Lord until he danced out of his clothes. And there were folk around him saying, look at him. You know that ain't of the Lord. Who made you the praise examiner? When did you become an authority on what is and what ain't praise? Who can and who can't praise? The Bible tells me that God says, let everything. So if he allows everything to give him praise, he'll allow anything, oh glory, in the praise.